the fire hydrant and you. The fire hydrant and you. What is the relationship between fire hydrant and what we're talking about money? People don't understand that there are risks every time. You see the man walking on the fire hydrant? He's doing that year in, year out. Just go look outside your window. You might see something like this, most likely. Sometimes it's just some meters away from your house. That thing has been there. People come to service it all the time. They service it. Why? Because there are foreseen things that may happen. You might be there for 30 years. It might never be used. But one day, it will be used. Now, we're talking about setting your financial priorities. We have the financial foundation. Everybody that is in North America, especially the migrant community, must understand this financial foundation. Why do we have protection as the base? If you are building a house and you don't put a good foundation, there's a tendency that house will crumble. Yes, we like investment. I talked about the bank. We talked about the bonds and all that, and the stock market and all that. Yes, you have investment, but have you gotten your protection? It's like building a house. You start from the bottom. First, you have a proper protection in the event of disability, health problem, or premature death. It's possible. If you fall sick today and you can't go to work for 1 month, can you pay your bills forward? That's why we advise everybody. Then the next thing we do for families is to also help them to manage their debts. Debt is one major issue in North America. Because the banks, they just give you credit. Everywhere you go, there's credit card for everything. Go to Walmart, credit, everything. Everybody just giving you credit card. Why they are just interested in putting into debt. They want you to go into shopping spree. Nobody's telling you on how to make your money or invest or build your wealth or protect your family. So if you understand this, then you should be calling the person that invited you to this meeting to come and take a close look of your finance so that you set up a proper financial strategy for you. I will just take an extract from this book, Money, Wealth, and Life Insurance by Jake Thompson. One of the character or the company that was straight was McDonald's. We are all aware of. I mean, many of us know McDonald's, if not all of us. The largest food restaurant in the world, but not everyone knows Ray Kroc. We all know McDonald's. Ray was one of the 3 partners interested in a nationwide franchise of restaurants that sold hamburgers. After 6 years of being in business, Ray brought out the McDonald's brothers and he bought them out and became the sole owner of the McDonald's we know today. There's something interesting. What's more interesting is that Ray relied heavily on cash value life insurance to store money. He played a major role in getting the company off ground. Now we are talking of life insurance. When people hear life, they just think about death. Say, God forbid, God forbid. No, we are very religious. No. First, for the first 8 years, Ray didn't take a salary and make good use of his 2 cash value life insurance policy to help overcome constant cash flow problems. You see that? He used his life insurance to overcome constant problem of that. He also used them to help cover the salaries of key employees and pay for unforeseen expenses. Say today, McDonald's serves more than 550 million people every day with more than 30,000 locations around the world. Much of the success of McDonald's can be attributed to Ray's wise use of cash value life insurance. So life insurance is not about death. If you live too long, your life insurance can save you in terms of retirement. If you die so early, it can be of income replacement for your family. Think again and make a smart choice. Look at all this. I worked in a bank for 18 years and I see this when I was back home in my country where I came from. I saw this happen every day. Billions and billions of naira, and even here in Canada, billions of dollars are locked up in probate. Look at your left angle, you see the financial portfolio of all these checking account, saving, GIC, stock bond, all mutual fund, ETF. The only one that can bypass probate is life insurance and segregated fund. We understand what segregated fund means. Some people might just be hearing it for the first time. We'll break it down. The added value of insured investment. This is how segregated fund works. When I said right from the beginning that the first meeting I attended, I couldn't sleep, something like this was discussed in that meeting. And I said, oh my God, this is the answer I've been looking for. While back home as a branch manager, I was also looking, how do how if so, because I see clients, I see customers, they come, when something happens to them, their families are not even aware. They have millions, hundreds of millions in account. Their families are not even aware they are suffering. Why? Because the money is locked in probate. Some, they can't even have money to assess the value of the amount they have in their account. One, for for an insured investment, the type that we do for families. First, they bypass probate. There's no lawyer or accounting fee. There's creditor protection. That's segregated fund. Remember, you mentioned that segregated fund bypass probate. There are guarantees. There's maturity and debt guarantees. These are things that will break down if you reach out one-on-one. Name beneficial and estate planning options. Efficient estate transfer. Professionally managed. And they are private and confidential. What can be better than such kind of portfolio where you have that kind of peace of mind? Now we are going to the nitty-gritty of why we need to go beyond what's our thinking. We need to change the concept of our thinking today. The number one cause of poverty among the 25 critical illness conditions, look at this, stroke. Over 795,000 statistics. This is from the US alone. Heart attack, 805. Cancer is 1.7 million people. But outside that, look at the different type of critical illness condition that is recognized. Coronary artery bypass, kidney failure, that's renal failure, major organ transplant, paralysis in terms of loss of limb function, multiple sclerosis, eczema disease, Parkinson's disease. I'm quite sure we have friends, relations, or neighbors, or even your enemies that must have one of all these I'm mentioning must have happened to. Is it that they are not righteous, or because some of us say, God forbid? Man, it's not a matter of God forbid. Let's not be too religious because things like this happen. The devil is still very much alive. Severe lung disease, loss of limb, and all that. But what we are saying is this. Leverage on insurance to plan for your tomorrow. When the wealthy get sick, they become richer. You want to ask me why? We'll get to that. They get terminal illness benefits. They get long-term care. They get lump sum critical illness payout. They get second opinion medical advice. They get tax-deferred investment growth. What else do you think you should be looking at? Life is not only difficult because of you. Your loved ones need to be put in the perspective of what you are doing. The power of properly structured life insurance product. One, remember we talked about the three types of investment that you make money. So actually, you can build wealth, that seed, start planting it today through the life insurance product or insured investment. The compound interest is referred to as the 8 wonders of the world. If we use the rule of 72, just to know how long does it take for you to double your fund, you know that if you put your money in the bank, if you have a $1,000 there, it will take you 72 years because you are using a rate of return of 1%. Let's say you have 2%, maximum 36 years. That means maybe all your lifetime might not, that 1,000 cannot double to 2,000. And we are not talking about inflation now. Because if you want to look at the actual value of money, you have to remove inflation and cost of tax and all that, right? Then probate court-free debt benefit. We mentioned that already. Gone the details. Then tax-free benefits. Also, all those are part of it. We all want to get tax advantage, right? Then terminal illness benefits. Any illness that has a terminal date is referred to as terminal illness.